JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Protests erupts in Homestead, Spanish Town over fatal shooting by security forces. Upset residents of Bobby Lane in Homestead, Spanish Town, St. Catherine this morning mounted fiery roadblocks to protest the fatal shooting of a community member by the security forces. That is 48-year-old Vernon Campbell, otherwise called Ballhead, who was shot and killed during an alleged confrontation last night. While residents declined to go on the record, many whispers of discontent were heard, with some labeling the police action as wicked. The police report that at about 9:30, a team was on patrol in the area when cops came upon a small gathering. Campbell was seen, and his behavior reportedly arose the suspicion of the cops who went in pursuit of him. According to the police, while attempting to accost him, a physical tussle developed, during which Campbell allegedly pulled a gun and fired at the police. The fire was returned and he was hit. The police say a Ruger pistol loaded with 7 rounds of ammunition was seized. The injured man was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Campbell's sister is claiming that he was executed.
The police then run coming in lane, stick up everybody, put everybody on the wall, then come right as so, then take my brother. See blood there, them shoot him right as so first. Then them carry him around the corner there so. If you go down there, see what them throw the dirt from the blood and them shoot him, be a headshot them game. And we want justice for him. And then take the camera and them delete what them for delete off of it. Off of a barber shop. Them take out the camera and them delete. Then take everybody's phone last night from them and search it.
The Independent Commission of Investigations has since launched a probe into the fatal shooting. As tensions rise, a strong police presence remains in the area. 2 killed in Barbican Road gun attack, 1 person injured. 2 people were killed in a gun attack along Barbican Road, St. Andrew on Thursday. 3 people were shot in the attack that took place shortly before 1 p.m. A man died at the scene at the entrance to the area known as Andrew's Pen, while a woman succumbed to her injuries while undergoing treatment. The names of the deceased persons have not been ascertained. Another man was rushed to hospital and remains in stable condition. Reports are that armed men approached the group and opened fire, hitting 3 people. The St. Andrew North Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the incident. Manchester woman charged with firearm offences. A 29-year-old Manchester woman has been charged with firearm offences after handing over a gun to police during a November 29 search. Charged with possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is Anicia Marshall, otherwise called Chrisanne, of Craighead, Christiana in Manchester. Reports from the Mandeville police are that at about 7:20 a.m., a police team carried out an operation on premises occupied by Marshall. During the operation, Marshall reportedly handed the police a bag which contained a 9mm pistol with a magazine affixed, containing 5 9mm cartridges. She was subsequently arrested and charged. Her court date is being arranged. Men arrested after being caught breaking into car tax office. Police investigators are analyzing an access device that was reportedly confiscated from 2 men who were allegedly caught breaking into a car at the Constant Spring tax office in St. Andrew, sources have disclosed. Detectives believe the device is used to program keys to a car stealing ring. The 2 men were arrested by the St. Andrew North Police as part of an initiative to clamp down on a surge in motor vehicle theft across the division. Several efforts are being made to analyze this device so as to prefer additional charges against them, as sourced said on Wednesday. A total of 141 cars valued at $196.1 million were reported stolen across the St. Andrew North Police Division between January 1 and October 30 this year, according to the latest police data. 19 of those vehicles, with a total value of $30 million, were recovered. According to police data, 95% of motor vehicle theft across the division occurred on Saturdays and Sundays between midnight and 6 a.m. Some 62% of the vehicles stolen had anti-theft devices installed. Popular Toyota brands such as Mark X, Probox, Voxy, Axio, Wish, and Fielder are among those frequently targeted. Investigators believe they are stolen, scrapped, and the parts sold to legitimate and illegitimate auto parts dealers. The proceeds from the sale are used to fund criminal gangs, investigators say. Kingston man sentenced to more than 30 years on firearm charges. A Kingston man was sentenced to more than 30 years in prison Wednesday after he was found guilty of firearm charges in the gun court. The man, 26-year-old Dennis Baker, otherwise called Ramon of Slipen Road, was sentenced by High Court Judge Justice Carlos Wilshire. Baker was found guilty of being in possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition for an incident which occurred on Friday, April 7, 2023, along Slipen Road. Baker was sentenced to 16 years and 5 months for being in possession of a prohibited weapon and another 16 years and 5 months for unauthorized possession of ammunition. The sentences are to run concurrently, and Baker is to serve 15 years before parole. Allegations are that around 4:15 p.m., police received information that a man traveling on a motorcycle just opened gunfire in the Anatown community. While the police were on patrol along Slapping Road, a man fitting the description was seen on a motorcycle. The officers pursued the man and was thereafter accosted and a Glock pistol retrieved from him. PM allocates $2 billion for emergency road repairs. Prime Minister Andrew on Thursday declared Jamaica's deteriorating road network a national emergency situation and announced a $2 billion Jamaican dollars allocation for work to begin immediately to effect repairs to the main road network that has been damaged by persistent rains. The aim is to return the roads to a drivable condition, he said. Onus made the announcement at the Jamaica House press conference, where it also announced that China Harbour Engineering Company Czech has been awarded a $45 billion spark contract to rehabilitate some 600 roads across the country.
In 2023, we announced the Shared Prosperity through Accelerated Improvement in Our Road Network SPARK program, the largest and most comprehensive program in our independent history to improve our road network, including our community roads. This is a massive program that required extensive planning, community-based consultations across the island, as well as an international competitive bidding process. And we are finally at the point today where we will sign the contract for works.
Foreign Ministry responds to reports Jamaican travelers to some countries facing immigration issues. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it is actively working to address reports of immigration challenges being faced by Jamaican travelers in Mexico and other Central American countries. In a statement Wednesday evening, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith expressed concern about the reports and said the relevant authorities are being engaged to resolve the issues. Johnson-Smith said the government respects the right of all countries to determine who enters their borders, as does Jamaica, but it stands ready to protect against the infringement of citizens' rights. At the same time, Johnson-Smith reminded Jamaicans that last year, the ministry had advised that Central American countries were taking a more restrictive approach to reduce the misuse of their borders to enter the U.S. illegally.
The government therefore then strongly urged Jamaicans not to misuse particular borders for the purpose of illegal immigration and warned that it was quite possible that lawful travelers would start to be negatively impacted. That is, they could ultimately be negatively impacted. While the Jamaican government always stands ready to defend and protect the rights of our citizens overseas, we regret to remind that we cannot insist that any state allow any non-citizen to enter that state. No citizen has a right to enter another country other than their own. So we therefore can only work to prevent the contravention of basic rights, of human rights, particularly in terms of unlawful detention or mistreatment. As part of good travel planning, Jamaicans should assess their destinations on various indicators. They should look at whether it is that there are new immigration practices that cause issues. We understand that the Mexican embassy is sending out a reminder of the requirements to enter their country. It still is visa-free for Jamaicans, and therefore we still have the opportunity to travel there.
JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.